Hello, Prim friends. I thought I would bring you back here to my booth and Seville Antiques actually to show you a couple things that I have just brought into the shop, show you another booth that has just newly been moved and staged and it looks amazing, and then also to tell you about several special things that are going to make you want to come out for sure and go shopping. So we'll come back to my booth here in a minute, but one of the big things I wanted to tell you about right now is that we've only got a couple weeks left of March Madness that's going on in the shop. Dealers have all kinds of prices, reductions on various different things here in the shop. So this booth is all moved. It was in a small area here in the shop, but she's got so many wonderful pieces that she's actually kind of graduated up to a larger booth here in the shop. She also has March Madness 20% off, and she ships. So if you see something here that you're interested in, I'm sure it's the smalls that she ships, not the large pieces. But absolutely, you can reach out to me, put a message in the comments. My email address I will put on the screen. That is really the best way to reach out to me because it kind of puts everything in order time-wise if there's something specifically that you want. So I'll make sure that my email address is on the screen. But we love to see the comments here on YouTube, and several things, again, that I want to tell you about. One of them being March Madness going on here now in Seville Antiques. The other thing that I want to make sure that everybody is aware of, there are so many that are traveling from out of state, maybe again even out of country, to come for the spring Simple Goods and Earlier Times shows that are the last weekend in April. Seville Antiques will be having a first time, as far as I'm aware, spring open house, and that is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday of the last weekend in April. Same weekend as Earlier Times and Simple Goods. So just wanted to make sure that you were aware of that. That is a wonderful big basket down there. So if you're coming for the shows to buy, look at that. Whoops. I think that said, I gotta look at that again. Sorry. $98. Amazing early tall oak split basket with double handles. Yeah, wow. That is a screaming deal right there. She's got redware pieces here. Some of them, let's see if they are reproductions. This is from Betty Lou at Turtle Creek Pottery in Ohio. She has those marked at 85. Now, if you saw the sign though, the sign said 20% off. So does that mean 20% off that amazing basket as well? Wow. Fabulous price. Here's a wooden funnel. Really neat. That one's 95. Some wonderful feed sacks. Looks like an apple basket down there. Several butter paddles. That one is 22. This one is 22. Nice basket. That one's 68. The one above is 80. Nice corn sign. So make sure that Seville Antiques, that date, the last weekend in April, is on your calendar. But in the meantime, there are some amazing deals that are going on in some of the dealers' booths. So I know at least one of the dealers, she's got 40% off. She's retiring, and we're gonna go head on over to my booth, and there's another show that I wanna make sure that's coming up even sooner that I wanna make sure that you are aware of. Okay, so the other show that I want to tell you about also is Gathered Treasures. And I'll show you a booth. Julie Thornton's booth is here. She and her, I think it's her mother-in-law, that put that show on in Mansfield. I will make sure that that date is on the screen as well as in the description and the address. It is in Mansfield, Ohio. And I want to say it is Saturday, April 5th. That's the date that I believe that show is going on. So I'll put a little thing on the screen here. I did update the mantle here. These are super popular among prim decorators and followers. These are strung allspice berries. They are the largest berries that I personally have been able to find, and I have kits made up. Now, I think I priced these pretty reasonably. A 36-inch one is $25 plus shipping, of course, but it's first class mail because they're so lightweight. And then the 50-inch ones, it's $35 for each of those garlands. But what I also have available, I had them several years ago, and my goodness, the price of allspice berries just went through the roof. But I do have kits that I have made up that have the correct type of thread or string that's very heavy duty but still very thin in these kits, and there is enough to make three 50-inch garlands. Now again, my price is, I think, pretty reasonable, $35 for one that's finished. The kits make 3 50-inch garlands, probably even more than that, but with the amount of thread that's in there, it would make you 3 50-inch garlands. So take $35 times 3, figure out what that is. These kits are $21.95 plus first class shipping. So if you're interested in those, I have several of those made up. They give you the instructions, my secret little tip for how I am able to do that, and then everything that you need is in that bag, save for perhaps a thimble. You probably want a thimble or maybe even 2. So I'll show you the other things that I have brought in. We have a new early hog board there. I just think it's kind of cute to have the hog cutting boards along with the hog scraper candlestick. This one it does have the lever, and it does have some rusty damage, but it does have the earliest of attachments there on the bottom with that that special cleated base, and it does also have the little handle there to hang on to a chair. So those are available. Again, here are the allspice garland kits. They're nice little put together, cute as a gift. I know I brought some other things in. These really sweet tavern style, shaker style tape bottom chairs. Those are here in the shop now. They're not old. They are maybe vintage, but definitely not old pieces, but just really adorable. Nice little accent. And if you have a hook, like I have right there, they're really cute hanging on a hook or a peg in a room just to give you a little bit more seating. This little stool I just brought in today as well. It has what looks like a grain painting maybe on the top of it everywhere. But then if you look close, there is like a blue-green paint underneath that, which is just amazing. And then I also see square nails. So just a beautiful little bench. I have $98 on that one. Fun little fishing creel. Again, all the allspice garlands that are finished are available. This is a new piece here. I would not ship this. I wouldn't feel comfortable with that, but that style of a mirror with that, it looks like a chip around all the way around the outside edges of it. That's called a pie crust. Not something I had heard before, but when I came across that and picked it up for the shop, I looked it up, and that's what those are called. So definitely appropriate for what it is. Here is a tiger maple rocking chair that's just stunning. I love the tiger maple. If you've watched our channel for any length of time, you know that. That has a replacement seat, but it was replaced long ago, and it is in the shape of a star there in the middle. Love that. And then here, this is new today. It has not been in the shop with the doors open yet. There's a tiger maple tote that is an old one. That's got square nails as well. So that's a beautiful piece. Brought in a flat to the wall cupboard for all the wool. That is for sale also. No way that I'm going to be able to ship that, but it's nice because it's so narrow, so it holds the wool perfectly for whether you're using it for rug hooking or rug hooking or penny rugs. I'm trying to think what the other things are. Some sheep shearers. This one has the shape of the heart there at the top. There are two more here in the shop also. Those really nice early green painted with the arched top shutters. So those are new here in the shop. But those were the things I wanted to make sure that you were aware of. We have the my booth as well. Over $100. 20% off, unless it's carrying like this heart, the heart ones, that trumps the price on the 20% type things. So, Prim friends, we have the very best viewers anywhere, and I wanted to make sure that I added this here in the video, and I have another one as well. Some of our wonderful viewers have sent both my mom and I some gifts. And I just don't even know what to say. But this one I went ahead and cut it open, but I have not looked at it. So I thought I would open it on camera here. Oh, how cute is that? How clever. We'll go ahead and open it here on camera with all of you. Trying to do. Not sure this is going to work. Let me go ahead and open it, and then we'll come back. Oh, goodness. I'm going to cry. Let me get this open. Oh, look how sweet is that. A thistle pin. Bobby, thank you. Your card made me cry. I don't know if I should even say this out loud. So, for 18 years, I worked for a church. I hope that I was able to touch some various people's lives with some of what I did, whether or not they had funerals or baptisms or whatever it was. And leaving that job when I did, when I chose to retire early, it was just time. It was time for me to do that. The biggest thing that I was going to miss was the people. And reading your card, I realize that I still have the ability, I guess, to reach people. Some that I hear from directly, and maybe some that I just don't hear from. But I hope every day that there's something maybe in some of these videos or just in our primitive style or in our community together that we are able to reach out and maybe be that little bit of a light for somebody. You never know what everybody else is going through. Bobby, you, your family, you're in my prayers. Take care, everyone, and we will see you in the next one.